In Paris, leaders from Jewish, Roma, Armenian and Assyrian organisations met to launch a project entitled A Europe of Diasporas at the cosmopolitan Cité universitaire.
On parle beaucoup des diasporas, on parle beaucoup des Juifs, on parle beaucoup des Arméniens, on parle beaucoup des Roms, mais ce sont d'autres qui parlent de ces groupes ou ces groupes qui parlent à la société. Mais il n'y a pas de coopération, on va dire, organisée en tant que diaspora. Quand on veut réaliser quelque chose ensemble, très souvent, on se trouve confronté à un mur dans nos dialogues avec les médias, avec la société autour de nous ou avec les institutions, parce que pour eux, les diasporas n'existent pas. Les diasporas sont quelque chose de résiduel, de transitoire ou d'illégitime. On a réuni ces 3 ou ces 4 diasporas-là en priorité parce qu'ils ont des parallèles assez marqués. Donc, et qu'on a l'habitude un peu des contacts et d'établir ces parallèles, en particulier l'histoire de génocide. À partir de là, on découvre beaucoup d'autres points communs, par exemple sur la question de la langue.
To work and to think, the better to exist together. That was the point of those 3 days of discussions, working groups and conferences.
We stimulate debates. So we had a World Cafe where people share about identity activism, about their vision. But we also had a bit more an academic input where we created very intense debate on questions such as the definition and what is the meaning of diaspora, what is the purpose, why we come together around this theme.
Diasporas. I mean, 50 years ago, when we spoke about diasporas, we meant practically only the Jewish diaspora.
But then the main work is a collaborative work because we are considering each other as equal parts, and it's a collaborative work to see how we set an agenda together.
We have been very busy the last 3 days sharing our views, discussing and arguing together and coming up with ideas.
So I am enormously encouraged and excited that there are so many people in this room who are wanting to get together.
People invited have so much in common that it feels a very safe group. But I have to admit that I'm also anxious if I don't know that the rest of the group I'm in have the similar core values and core aims as myself. Otherwise, it is dangerous to speak openly. Diasporas are an asset, not a disadvantage and not a threat.
My vision of diaspora is for it to be a strong, empowering word. Yesterday we spoke a lot about diasporas being networks, and I think the world today really recognizes the value of networks. We are all small on our own, but building alliances, building coalitions between ourselves can really strengthen our case, can give more access, can make our voices stronger and louder. And if I can share the access I have to certain politicians, certain organizations, and raise issues, for example, of the Roma community, and if the Roma or the Armenian community can do the same for me, we're all going to be better off.
To create a network between the different diasporas, strong connections so that gradually ideas and concepts may emerge and projects may be built together.
Some of those things that we can do on the short term is build more awareness and share knowledge about each of the communities, but do it in a collaborative and combined way. So if we want to share about the Armenian diaspora and Armenian communities, we don't do it just as Armenians, but we do it as Roma, Jewish and Armenian diasporas.
The most important thing is to get to know each other, to learn about each other, to find a way to help each other so that we can cope with our future in Europe, like a part of Europe. Like being better, Europe is going to be better.
One issue is the school segregation and school discrimination, not only by the classmates but by the teachers, because they think that a Roma student never will achieve an academic success. so the treatment is different from the very beginning.
Our enemies, wherever they came from, will never imagine we could stick together. Imagine, for example, the Erdogan regime in Turkey. They will never believe that Roma will support Armenians. That will be something uncanny, but in fact there is like 3-4 million of Roma in Turkey, so that's a huge part of the population. Roma, we don't have economical or political representation, but we have a critical youth mass. We are the younger people in Europe with a media of 25 years old, and we are the biggest minority in Europe.
This seminar was rich in encounters, plans, and ideas for the future. The next step in planning action will be in Budapest in October.